Okay, so we are continuing our lesson Principles of Inheritance and Variation. Here we are discussing the genetic disorders. Okay, so this genetic disorders, some are following Mendelian inheritance pattern. Mendelian inheritance pattern means that monohybrid cross ratio, the dihybrid cross ratio, like that. So the diseases which follow Mendelian pattern, that is known as Mendelian disorders. Mainly this Mendelian disorders occurs alteration or mutation in a single gene. Some examples for this Mendelian disorders are hemophilia, cystic fibrosis, sickle cell anemia, color blindness, phenylketonuria and thalassemia. And from the chromosomal disorders, Down syndrome, Klinefelter syndrome and Turner syndrome. These are the some examples for the Mendelian disorders and the chromosomal disorders. So Mendelian disorders include hemophilia, cystic fibrosis, sickle cell anemia, color blindness, phenylketonuria and thalassemia. Chromosomal disorders, Down syndrome, Klinefelter syndrome and Turner syndrome. Okay, so you can see the number. You can see the number. Okay, that is 7. But in color blindness patients, they can't read the number because they can't identify the red and green color. Clear it? They can't identify red and green color. So this type of inheritance or this type of disease is known as color blindness. Color blindness, otherwise known as Daltonism. Color blindness, otherwise known as Daltonism. Okay, so in this color blindness category, the disease is sex-linked recessive disease. Sex-linked recessive disease. Now you clearly know what is the features of the sex-linked recessive disease. Okay, males are easily prone to color blindness, and we know that females are the carriers for this disease because it is a type of sex-linked recessive disease. So it shows criss-cross inheritance or zigzag inheritance because mother is the carrier and only the son will get express the disease. Okay, rare chance for getting the female child is color blindness disease. When a color-blind daughter will form, a color-blind man marries a carrier woman. Okay, so this is a very rare case. So, color blindness is an example for sex-linked recessive disease. Okay, the ratio of the sex-linked disease in male and female is 20:1. 20:1. Okay, because female having 2 chromosomes, X chromosomes. That's why less chance for getting this color blindness disease. They can't able to distinguish the red and green color. Okay, so suppose they have to inability to recognize the red color, that is known as protanopia. Protanopia. Suppose green color inability, that is known as deuteranopia. Red color protanopia, green color deuteranopia. And for the blue color tritanopia. For blue color tritanopia. And this color blindness shows criss-cross inheritance. So the location of this color blindness gene is X chromosome. That's why it is sex-linked inheritance. A color blindness person will not be able for a pilot or a driver job. Clear? So this is the inheritance patterns or a pedigree of a color blindness family. Here the square shape with marker means the person is expressing the color blind gene. Okay. So from this person, his daughters are just carriers for this disease. From this lady, her children get the disease. Here the son is expressing the disease and the female child is just carrying that disease. Okay, and here she is carrying and here she married a color blindness person. So 100% chance for getting the female child for this disease, because here it is a recessive condition and here the person is a color blindness. Okay, so this is the chart of a pedigree chart of a color blindness person. Okay, this pattern of inheritance is zigzag. Here from the father, the daughter is the carrier and the son will get the disease. Okay, so this type of inheritance is known as criss-cross inheritance. Clear? Criss-cross inheritance. Next disease is sickle cell anemia. Sickle cell anemia. Usual shape of our RBC is disc shape. Okay, so this is the usual shape of our RBC. So here what will happen? The usual shape get converted into sickle shape because of the mutation. The type of mutation occurs in sickle cell anemia is point mutation. Okay, so what is the function of RBC? The main function of RBC is carries or transport the respiratory gases. When the RBC change into sickle shape, the oxygen carrying capacity is decreasing. So sickle cell anemia is also an autosomal recessive trait. Autosomal recessive. Okay, so color blindness is an X-linked recessive. Here it is an autosomal recessive. The chromosome is 11. Chromosome 11 is responsible for this disease. Chromosome 11 is responsible for the disease sickle cell anemia. Okay, HbA. Hb means hemoglobin. Okay, HbA means it is a normal gene. HbS means it is a sickle gene. So HbA, HbS means the person is the carrier for the disease. The person is carrier for the disease. Okay, then HbS indicate. What is HbS indicate? HbS indicate the person is sickle cell anemic. The person is sickle cell anemic. Okay, so here happens point mutation. In chromosome number 11 is responsible for the formation of beta chain of hemoglobin. Hemoglobin have two chains, alpha chain and the beta chain. Okay, so when any mutation occurs in the chromosome number 11, it will affect the production of RBC. Because chromosome number 11 produces beta chain of hemoglobin. So see, the sickle cell anemia is known as qualitative defect. Qualitative means the normal function of RBC gets disturbed. Okay, the normal function of RBC is to carry oxygen. Here the level of oxygen or the number of oxygen will carrying is decreasing. So sickle cell anemia is an autosomal recessive trait. Chromosome number 11 is responsible. The beta globin chain is getting altered. HbA is a normal gene. HbS is a sickle cell gene. HbA, HbS indicate it is a carrier. In the chromosome 11, point mutation will take place. Okay, so in which position the point mutation will take place? At the 6th position of beta chain of hemoglobin. 6th position, very important. In chromosome 11, 6th position of beta chain, the point mutation will takes place. Okay, so this is the normal DNA. Normal DNA. Normal DNA, GAG. Okay, G guanine, A adenine, G guanine. So this is a base pairs. 3 base pairs. 3 base pairs indicate an amino acid. Okay, that is known as triplet codon. Triplet codon. So these nitrogenous bases are arranged in triplet codon form in our body. Okay, so in DNA, for corresponding to GAG, it produces CTC. Okay, because it is the complementary nitrogenous basis of GAG is CTC. Okay, instead of G, have forming C, A for T and G, C. In case of RNA, instead of C, G is forming, and for T, A is forming, and for C, G is forming. Okay, but the protein forming here is glutamic acid. Okay. Because glutamic acid and amino acid, from the glutamic acid a normal protein is forming. This is a normal condition. But in sickle cell anemic condition, when mutation occurs in sickle cell anemic condition, what will happen? Instead of GAG, here it is GTG. Okay. Instead of GAG, here it is GTG. So, in RNA chain, what will happen in RNA chain? So, here, instead of CTC, here forming CAC. Because CAC is the complement for GTG. Okay. So, in mRNA chain, from the DNA, RNA is forming. RNA protein will form. Okay. So, this is the condition. This is known as central dogma. We will study in next chapter what is central dogma. Okay. So from the DNA, RNA is forming. From the RNA, protein will be forming. So here one change occurs. Okay. So this change is repeating here. So instead of GAG in RNA, here forming GUG. So GAG stands for glutamic acid, but here forming in another amino acid, that is valine. Okay, so instead of glutamic acid, here forming valine. So the normal shape of RBC didn't occur. The shape of the RBCs get altered. It will get the shape of sickle and the oxygen carrying capacity is decreasing. Clear it is? Instead of GAG in RNA it's forming GUG. So the changes not occurs in the RNA. The changes occurs in this DNA level. Okay. So the mutation occurs here. Then the RNA is not forming properly. So here glutamic acid is not forming. Here forming the amino acid valine, and it is a mutant protein. Clear? And it is a mutant protein. So the sickle cells are rigid and exhibit higher viscosity to flow. Okay. Then it will causes different type of anemia. And one more case is the sickle cell anemic genes having the tendency to withstand malaria. Okay. Sickle cell anemic gene have the tendency to withstand malaria. If these genes are occurs in a homozygous condition, the death will happen. That means it will lead to the lethality or death of the person. So that is sickle cell anemia. Clear? The next disease that we are discussing here it is phenylketonuria. Phenylketonuria, otherwise known as PKU. We discussed this phenylketonuria in that topic pleiotropy. Okay, so this has happened because of the non-functioning of more than one gene. Okay, so phenylketonuria. Here what will happen? The phenylalanine hydroxylase enzyme in liver is essential for the conversion of phenylalanine to tyrosine. Phenylalanine to hydroxine. Phenylketonuria is an example for the autosomal recessive disorder. The chromosome number 12 is responsible for this disease. Okay. So phenylalanine is a type of amino acid and tyrosine is another type of amino acid. The conversion of phenylalanine to tyrosine is as a part of our metabolic activity. Okay, so for this purpose, our body required phenylalanine hydroxylase. The enzyme is produced by the chromosome number 12. So any change occurs in this chromosome number 12, it will not produce the enzyme, and it leads to the accumulation of phenylalanine in our body. The accumulation of phenylalanine in brain, it led to mental retardation. In skin, it leads to hypopigmentation and itching effect, and it also causes a bad smell to our skin, hair, and also into the urine. Okay, so associated to this phenylketonuria, the other diseases are alkaptonuria and albinism. What is albinism? Albinism means they lack the melanin, so the person will look like white in color. Okay, so hypopigmentation. Phenylketonuria causes hypo means less melanin, the amount of melanin will be getting reducing. Okay, so these are the features of phenylketonuria, and it also a inborn error of metabolism. Inborn means birth onwards we have the disease, and it will affect the metabolic pathway, so it is known as inborn error of metabolism. And it also an autosomal recessive. It lacks the enzyme phenylalanine hydroxylase in liver for the conversion of phenylalanine to tyrosine. Chromosome number 12 is responsible for the disease. Okay, so here phenylpyruvic acid get converted into phenylalanine, dietary protein phenylalanine get converted into phenylpyruvic acid. Here what will happen in this phenylketonuria condition? It will not convert into tyrosine. When it converted into tyrosine, this tyrosine get converted into melanin, proteins, and dopamine. Okay, dopamine is a neurotransmitter. Neurotransmitter increases or speed up the nerve action. Okay, so dopamine is a neurotransmitter which is seen in our brain. So the accumulation of this phenylalanine causes mental retardation. Phenylalanine get converted into tyrosine, and tyrosine will produces the melanin. So melanin which increases our skin color. Okay, so when this conversion will not occur, it will lead to hypopigmentation and the related disease alkaptonuria and the albinism. Okay, the next disease is hemophilia. Hemophilia, otherwise known as royal disease, because Kuhn Victoria was a carrier for this disease. That's why it is known as royal disease. Hemophilia, otherwise known as bleeder's disease. Any wound occurs, it will not be cured. Throughout from the body, through the wound, the blood will be flowing. That's why it is known as bleeder's disease. We know that for healing a wound, plasma proteins are required. Plasma protein, thromboplastin is required for healing the wound. Here, because of the defective gene, what will happen? The plasma protein is not forming properly, and it will lead to the disease hemophilia. And it is also an example for the sex-linked recessive. Sex-linked recessive means females are always the carrier for hemophilic. Okay, and male are expressing the disease. Hemophilia appears only in human male. So this also shows the crisscross inheritance. Crisscross inheritance means father to it will not female child or daughter. The female child is a carrier of the disease. From the carrier, it will pass to the son. So this shows crisscross pattern of inheritance. Okay, for the clotting of blood, it required clotting factors. When the gene get altered, it will not produce the clotting factors, and it will lead to the disease hemophilia, otherwise known as bleeder's disease. John Otto in 1803 named it as a bleeder's disease. It is an example for the sex-linked inheritance. Deficiency of the plasma protein thromboplastin is the main reason for the disease hemophilia. Okay. Then the second known as royal disease because the Queen Victoria was a carrier of the disease. That's why it is known as royal disease. Here is the pedigree of the disease. Here the female is a carrier. Okay, and the blue shade, the dark blue shade, hemophilic male. So from this carrier female, the boy will get the effect and the females are carrier. And she have the daughter, this daughter have no disease and the boy he have no disease. Okay, so when it is expressing, this is a recessive condition. When this this is a recessive disease when the gene get in homozygous condition, it will lead to the disease condition, hemophilia. The next disease that we are discussing here, that is thalassemia. This is a picture of RBC. Okay, this is normal RBC picture and this is the thalassemic patient's RBC picture. So here malformed RBC cell is forming, malformed RBC cell. So this thalassemia is also an blood disease because happening in the RBC. So that's why it is known as blood disease. Okay, so it is an autosomal recessive disorder. Thalassemia is an autosomal recessive disorders of the red blood cell. Okay, in thalassemia, one of the component of the hemoglobin molecule is inadequately produced or not produced at all. If they are lacking alpha chain or they are lacking beta chain. If they lacking alpha chain, that thalassemia is known as alpha thalassemia. If they lacking beta chain, that is known as beta thalassemia. Not lacking the full chain, lacking the components in the chain. Okay, so the thalassemia are two types, alpha thalassemia and the beta thalassemia. Clear? So thalassemia is a blood disease. It reduces the rate of synthesis of alpha chain and beta chain of hemoglobin. I told you earlier that hemoglobin having two chains, two alpha chain and the two beta chain. Okay, so chromosome number 11 is responsible for alpha thalassemia and chromosome number 16 is responsible for beta thalassemia. So HbA1, that is indicate alpha thalassemia. So HbB is the beta thalassemia. So thalassemia is a quantitative defect. Quantitative. Here the sickle cell anemia is a qualitative defect of blood disease. Okay. So thalassemia is a quantitative defect. Okay, so thalassemia is an autosomal recessive disorder of the red blood cell. In thalassemia, one of the component of the hemoglobin molecules inadequately produced or not at all, it will lead to, if it occurs in the alpha chain production, it lead to alpha thalassemia, and in beta chain it lead to beta thalassemia. Okay, so here mainly occur the alteration, mutation or deletion is the main reason for this thalassemia. Thalassemia 2 type, alpha and beta. Alpha thalassemia happens in chromosome number 11 and the beta thalassemia happens in the chromosome number 16. When thalassemic child occurs, when this all this thalassemic child, the gene occurs in the homozygous condition because it is a recessive gene. Okay, so when the gene occurs in a homozygous condition, that is known as thalassemic child. This is a severe thalassemia, lead to different types of abnormalities. Okay, so that's about the disease thalassemia.